Fucking got me. Damn, he's quick. All that fucking creeping around, he still fucking got me. God.
Holmes? Quentin Holmes? She got him. Crap. Damn. Dead. Where are you? Chicken cat. Where are you? Gotcha. Hellcat.
In the face.
It's Wyatt. Better be rare. Get out of here, horse. Your man ain't coming.
God damn it.
Hey there, girl. Every time. Yeah, there's a girl. You done good, girl. Yeah. Go. Come on, get clear. Howdy, partner.
Ain't you done enough?
Look, there must be some misunderstanding. Hey there, mister.
Hello.
You know what? I'm feeling good today.
That's
What the hell's going on with this place?
Hey, Cap. Partner. Howdy.
Hello, sir?
Hey there, friend. How can I help you? Done and done.
Thanks, mister.
What the hell?
Hi there, mister. Hey there.
Hey, you want to ride? I can take you wherever you need to go.
Can I get a ride, please, partner?
So, where to? Suit yourself, then.
So, partner, can I get a ride?
So where are you headed?
Can I get a ride into Rhodes, please?
Long trip. Why don't you catch some shut-eye? Yep. Zora! Okay, here we are.
Thanks for that, partner. All the best. Let's go, bro. Hey, mister. Yeah. Help. All right, come on, boys. Get your backs into it. Use your legs. That's what.
Haha, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, dude. Not much. You know, same old. I got off work early.
Oh yeah.
I was excited. Well, it's kind of funny. I can't really tell just about anybody this, but I don't really care what I tell you. I was telling some of my friends that I got a buy one get one on a Fleshlight. Have you ever heard of those? It's like a male dildo, so it's a pretty good deal. So I got the one I wanted, and the free one was and I don't give a shit, like, if you're the type of person that'll take it. I've had plenty of people tell me, oh, I have to have a real woman. Oh, well, good for you. Good for you. But that's not the point. Yeah, that's not the point of why I got it. But anyway, like, the free one was one of the Halloween, or they're called Freaks. They have a line of them called Freaks, where they're like, they're all different colors.
Like
Frankenstein, like,
Pumpkinhead's vagina.
sorta, yeah. So like you'll have like the lips, and they might have like stitches for Frankenstein, or they might have like the one I got was random. Like you get a random, like if you spend this much money, like if you spend like $60, which is how much one costs without the plastic shell around it, you get.
That's not.
I got a free one. So I was like, I'm gonna do this deal because I want to give the other one to my friend. I'm sure there's plenty of girls out here that like give their friends dildos, but like how many guys give the, and I'm not trying to watch him or nothing. I'm just like, I know he's a really pissed off dude, and I know how he is, and I figured like this would just be a good deal. So the one I got was fucking, it's kind of weird, but like I got this purple one with bat wings on it. It was called the Dracula. And the inside, I don't know if you know anything about them, but the insides are what really counts, because they create all these crazy designs and have all these weird ridges and bumps on the inside that kind of.
Tried one out.
Oh, dude, yeah, I don't know a lot of people in real life that have. Only on the internet, like Joe Rogan, he's real famous. I know he's the first person I heard mention him. That's how I found out about him like a few years ago, and shit, it was probably like 4 years ago I first found out about it. And yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're pretty cool. They're kind of tedious to have to clean, but as long as you're not, using it like 5 million fucking times.
Kind of wondering, like how hard is it to clean those?
Basically, just don't bust in it and then pass out. All right, like go clean it first, and then you're good. Like as long as you dry it, everything's cool. But like this is what I wanted to tell you about tonight. Is I was like, oh man, I've got my roommate here, and that thing like I guess makes considerable noise. You know, if you're going at it and like the headboard makes the headboard makes noise, and like it's kind of enables you to not have to like work around your wrist. You don't have to even use your wrist. You can actually use your pelvis and thrust and everything. So like that's a lot of fun. It's a workout. But I got off early thinking my roommate wasn't here, and he's totally here. And I was like, fuck. That's kind of like a cock block, like because he works at the same place I do, and he gets off an hour later than I do. And I got no shame in my game. I'll tell anybody. Like I was expecting to come home and get laid by myself. You know what I mean? It's completely different than just rubbing one out. Like I was expecting to come home and have like a little like hour and a half, 2 hour long fuck session, and then I saw his car in the driveway, and I was like, God damn it! I guess I'm playing Red Dead. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just gonna smoke and play Red Dead, eat some cereal, and go to bed. Because I was like, I'm gonna, when you work and you're like, man, I'm gonna get off early. Fuck yeah.
They were that good, man.
Oh, dude, compared to the real thing, like it's not very comparable, because it's like and I would tell people, like, I mean, I know about drugs, so I know what like loving and I know what kissing and hugging does to the brain. Like that's not here with the Fleshlight.
Yeah.
And not to say it tastes bad, like if you wanted to like,
Take the place of that.
nothing could take the place of that.
Not even those realistic fuck dolls.
Right. But when you go down to like take the rest of your body out of it, and it's just the cock, or the cock and balls rather, dude, there's absolutely no equivalent, man. Like it's ridiculous how that feels, and I can only compare it to women and their giant cock dildos, you know what I mean, or their monster whatever they got, you know what I mean. Now, and it's like in history, I imagine women have had access to toys like this way longer than men have, and that's why I'm down with telling people about it. It's fucking cool.
More acceptable for them.
That too. Yeah, that too. You can just ride a deal, but to where like a man, you think about it and you're like, that sounds
Made fun of for
right, exactly. So like I'm more of a, like I try to get people into it, but I'll get off my soapbox if I realize that they don't want to hear it, or it's nasty or whatever. But dude, it's so fucking, it's tighter, it's way cooler. Like it's something that's definitely like a top 10 experience in my life. Like one of the coolest things ever. To be able to get that. And I'm not just talking about, I guess I am talking about any old other pocket pussy, but the Fleshlights in general, like I like their approach because they're big as hell, and they're not really that expensive, especially if you clean it. But they have simple, I guess the inside is simple, or they have like really complex ones. Mine was fucking complex, the one I got, and I told him that. I told my friend that. I was like, look man, you can have this really complex one, or you can have this goofy purple one with bat wings on the lips, on the labial lips.
No, you want to talk about like fucking like stuff like that. I don't think it's made by Fleshlight, but I saw it on I saw the commercial for it on fucking 4chan.
Oh cool.
Like this, but it's like this one, and it's like a Fleshlight, but like it syncs up to like porn videos, like to like
Fleshlight makes one of those.
Like,
Yeah, they I don't know about the one you're talking about. The Fleshlight makes one of those. Yeah, they have one. I forgot what it's called. It's called the Stroker. It's called the VR Stroker, and like you can like put this little headset on, and it comes with this weird thing that grips the Fleshlight, and then hands free, it'll just jack you off. But I'm telling you, none of that's worth it. Like they've got a lot of add-ons and stuff, but just the thing itself is worth it. I don't think any of the other crap they sell you is worth it.
I was fucking laughing at it because it was like teledildontic
teledildonics. Yeah, exactly, dude. You could hook it up to your Skype. There's ideas like people like they'll hook it up to your Skype, so like whoever you're talking to that's long distance can like grab the deal and just jack it up and down, and like that's, I don't see why that's a good idea, but whatever, to each their own. There's whatever. I'm not gonna make fun of anybody, but like the deal itself is unbelievable. That's why I gave it to my friend. I haven't heard from him since either.
She's a webcam chick.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell her, be like, hey, you need to get some teledildontics, man.
Yeah, dude, it's the future. It's a really complicated future. Like I think, I mean, I would wait. Yeah, it could be. You could hit people up all the way on the other side of the country and jack them off too. But I think just being a webcam star is where it's at. Just having the video, you don't really need to jack other people off with a device. You know what I mean? Like that's.
If it's not remote, I mean, I don't see any problem with that.
Oh, I don't either. Well, I guess I do, because messing with toys gets complicated. Like, on top of not having to deal with another person, you have to deal with yourself. So, like, if you can't get in the right position, or, like, if something's just not working for you, then the tendency to just, like, get mad and say, fuck it, happens. I've done it before. I'll be like, God damn it, I'm getting pissed. This isn't fun anymore. Like, you know, and I'll get up and I'll just like have to come back later. Not because like it doesn't feel good or not, but just because like in my mind, too many things keep getting on my nerves. Like it's sort of the same thing with another girl. Like you gotta have candles lit, or if that's what she's into, or you know you gotta have the straps and the chains if that's what she's into. But you know with you gotta know what you're into. You know, and that's what the beauty of it is. You learn with one of these cool ass toys. But yeah, they look expensive, but there's an option to just order the fucking thing itself. Cleaning it, yeah, just make sure you turn it inside out. That's it. Just wash it out. Especially if you got a simple one. I've got really complex ass ones. It's got multiple chambers and all these weird ridges and bumps. Shit gets trapped in there. But if you get like really simple ones, like they have like the one I got my friend. He. I mean, I guess, but both of them, like I've had both. They both clean just about the same. There's no real difference in difficulty with cleaning it. It's just like, don't like, let's say, don't keep it under your pillow and then, you know, spit in it and bust a nut like in 2 minutes or whatever, and then put the cap back on. Don't fucking do that because it gets moldy. Like liquid, you know, traps in like a tiny space. Yeah, it'll get moldy, dude. Mildewy first and then moldy, and it's fucking nasty. Yeah, and there's horror stories on the internet of it like turning black and having black spots all over it. Yeah, because like even if you were to wash it out, well, not that, just more like moldy pube smell. Not really fun. But it's really not hard to you know, clean it out. It's just make sure you dry it out too, you know what I mean? And not, like in my experience, all you really have to do is like make sure you clean it out, and then while it's wet, you know, throw it on a towel. Like make sure the towel hasn't been on the floor either, so you don't get fucking dirt and hair all over it, because it's not sticky, but silicone will attract the tiniest fragment of dirt and you'll see it and you'll be trying to pick it off. So I mean, it's a really cool toy. Like it's hard to beat that, man. Like it's definitely something that boosts people's confidence. You know what I mean? Because then it's like you don't have to worry about performance anymore, because now you can perform all you want. So it's fucking awesome. It's definitely worth it. And if you do get into getting one,
that's kind of a unique take on it. It's like you're practicing fucking this thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And then it's a lot easier when you're in the sack, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to wrap your head around that. Unless, of course, you really like it and then you realize how... you know what I mean? How much bullshit you have to go through. No, not a... Yeah, well, kinda. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't want to get laid for real, but I definitely get turned off when it comes to dealing with bullshit. Yeah, but I went through that like a long time ago. I was probably like 11 or 10 when I went through the too much era. Like now I kind of understand that getting off is a release, whether you're doing it with somebody else or with yourself. Like that's a release that people need, and would be a lot better if they were more accepting about it or talked more about porn at work. I know everybody jacks off at work, but they don't talk about it. I'll talk about it. Like I don't give a shit. I'll ask somebody their face, like, who's your favorite porn star? And like I want to know. And they'll be like, why do you talk about that? And I'll be like, because I want to know your favorite porn stars. There's so many. Like that's a whole other side of the world that people don't want to talk about. Like I could name a couple. I could name a couple that like I know people know, like that are hot links, but like it pissed me off that only people know them. Like Sasha Grey, because she went out of porn and she started doing her own thing. People know Sasha Grey, or people know Mia Khalifa because her tits are like as big as Manhattan. But like nobody seems to know any of the other porn stars that are. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, she's great looking. But when it comes to your top favorites, a lot of people don't have a list of favorites. So like what I did is I went ahead and made me an account on what's it called? Pornhub, and you can get achievements, dude. You get achievements for signing up, you get achievements for all kinds of stuff, and they even have a reward program. I took a picture of it, and I took a picture, and I'll send my friends, like especially my couples friends, rewards program, the Pornhub rewards thing. Like they give an amateur money for sending in videos, and if it gets likes, if it's a hit, you get more money. So like it's a win-win, like if you're willing to go that far. But just having the picture, like my profile picture is what's his name from the Clumps, the Professor Clump, and he's got this like, you know what look on his face. And it's just like, it's pretty cool, like having that ability to contact other porn stars and even amateurs, you know what I mean? Because they'll be like, hey, thanks for watching my videos. It's the same thing I do I like music. I'll go on SoundCloud, I'll go on YouTube, and I'll comment to my favorite artists, and they'll say, hey, thanks, man, it means a lot. I get the same thing on Pornhub, and I got no shame. So like I got like a whole list of my favorite stars, you know what I mean? But I know the list is bigger than that, but it's cool being able to support them like that, because I imagine a lot of people are it's too taboo, I don't want to support them, you know what I mean? I don't want to get caught supporting them, and I don't really want to get caught either. I don't want somebody to look at my profile and know what I like to watch, but at the same time, I just changed it's Hot Coffee, but it doesn't look like my name on here. Like that's, you know, you'll be able to tell it's me. If I put my, but I didn't put my name on there, so it didn't really matter. But you know, just being open about it is one thing. But it's not something that I always need. It's just something that I know is always there, which is great.
Yeah. No, I understand why people understand that.
I don't understand why people hide it. Like that's really annoying. And it's like the same as talking about Eminem. I got into it with my
people.
dude. Married people need it more. Joe Rogan was talking about that. He was talking about how he like you know, he just has to get away from his wife and kids. It's really hard to, you know, sometimes he has to rent a hotel room. It's a really funny joke. At the very end of the joke, he's like, he talks about how hard it is to people talk about how hard it is to fall asleep, and he's like, dude, smoke weed and jack off and just try to stay up. And then he's like, blah, 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 blah. Like, I get in my hotel room, and then I just rub one out, and then I roll over and find a dry spot in the sheets, and I pass out. I was like, that's crazy. It's a funny joke. You gotta look that up. It's Joe Rogan, I think it's like why people should smoke weed or something like that. I don't know. It's one of his newer jokes on YouTube. It's like a 3-minute joke, but the ending is like, the punchline was like, rub one out and roll over and find a dry sheet. Like, oh man, that was crazy. Like, I can just see him, you know, like rolling in the sheets, trying to like get comfy, and just that's it. I'm good. Because like what we were just talking about, cleaning the toilet, that's not what you can do. You gotta like, even if you're tired, you gotta get up and clean it and put it away and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, women don't really have to do
Surprised they haven't
that.
made like a little like docking station. You just put it on there and it cleans it. Like,
Probably because
you
it's
put soap in it.
yeah, because you can't use soap; it'd destroy it. That's probably why. Is because you gotta like use water, and you can buy their flesh wash, but that's just an antibacterial deal.
Flesh
I mean,
wash.
water's the best. It's called flesh wash. Yeah, I know, dude. Everything has a flesh name to it. They have the flesh wand, which is like this weird phallic black thing that you plug into the wall and it warms up, and then you just stick it on there and it gets it hot. But you can just use boiling water. I mean, just use a giant like bowl and put it in a bowl of boiling water. That works the same. But I don't even warm it up, dude. I don't really care about that. I'm not trying to immerse myself in realism and pretend I'm with a girl. It's just, you know, I just don't want to use my arm. I want to use my body. Like, and you can just put it. The best thing that's ever happened to me is putting it in between the sheets of your box spring and your mattress. Best thing ever. Best invention ever. You know what I mean? Seriously, dude. Like, for when you just can't get it. You know what I mean?
Innovative.
Yeah, it's very innovative. Very, very cool idea. But it puts me leagues in front of like people that I'm with. You know what I mean? Because I like look at them and I'm like, it's pathetic that you have to be with somebody. You know what I mean? I'm talking about girls. I guess not guys. Well, maybe guys too. Because I've had guys tell me like and turn me down. Like, I don't know, dude. That sounds crazy. I could only be with a woman. And I'm like, yeah, I
know,
guess.
like
but
the type of like it's a certain like personality type or something like that. It's like certain people that they feel like I'm nobody unless I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you know, or unless I'm banging somebody, I'm nobody, you know, or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't understand it. Like,
It's a sad situation. Yeah, yeah, and I was talking to my friends last night about Eminem, and they wouldn't listen to me about Lil B and how he's inspired my life positively. And he played a new Eminem song. He's like, "Have you even heard the new Eminem?" And I'm like, "No," and I'm probably never gonna, because I just despise Eminem as an artist. I really don't like him. I don't like his music.
oh, you don't like them?
And I listen to a lot of music, and I really don't. I guess because I've met a lot of people I don't like that listen to Eminem, but just listening to Eminem's music, like, he played the song, and the first things he says are like, "What, bitch? What did you say? Oh, I already been there, done that." Some shit like that. And then he's like, and it's weird because like when he's talking, it sounds like he's talking to you, like he's calling you a bitch, and he's making fun of you for trying to rap, and he's making fun of you because
Yeah.
he's made records, and every one of his records goes platinum every time he sell it. That's just rubbing it in my face. And if I was a fan, I'd feel really used. I'd feel like a fucking loser. Like I don't like music that makes people feel like that, and I don't understand. And I kind of do understand why my dealer listens to it, but it's probably because he's on drugs all the time. He's on fucking bars. And
Yeah.
you know, he needs that music to make him feel better than other people. Not, I mean, that's
I like
a little
old
too
Eminem way
deep.
better than new Eminem.
I don't like any of it, but that's because it just rubbed me the wrong way with the
He
people that
came
were
out
listening
with
to it.
that recovery bullshit. That I'm not afraid, take my hand, everybody. You know, that was the gayest fucking shit I've ever heard.
I'm talking about his actual
Like-
famous stuff. I think is gay, and that's where I'm stepping on people's toes. A lot of people like Eminem. A lot of people fuck with Eminem. I don't. I am anti-Eminem, as anti-Eminem as you can be. Seriously.
Yeah.
I like Lil White. He's a white rapper that's really good. I like Lil White. WYTE. He's with Hypnotized Minds and 3 6 Mafia. He's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
He raps about getting fucked up too, but like, he's got a really heavy, angry voice, but like every time I hear fucking Eminem, dude, he just sounds like he's just, and I don't know, I don't feel like music is like that. I feel like rap is like that. He's a great rapper, you know. And he was like, he put on a song that had Eminem rapping like it was a drum, like he was on the snare drum, like he was rapping and his words were going, and he was like, see, he's got a flow, he's really good. And I'm like, no, that doesn't mean he's good. His words suck. His lyrics suck. I don't like any of this stuff. Like, it just sounds like ass. Like, he sounds like he's rubbing it in my face that he's got millions of dollars. Like, that's not cool. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't he just go out to the mall and have fun? You know, why can't he write a song about, like, what's his name? Floyd Mayweather? You know, the guy that fought McGregor in that boxing match and won?
Yeah.
Floyd Money Mayweather, before that fight, I remember watching him making fun of Conor in a video because Conor was talking about how much money he's got and how much money he's going to make. Floyd Mayweather made a video where he's like, all right, I got money, and he takes his whole family to the mall, and the whole video is him buying them shoes and like anything they want with all his money. And he's like, see, I got money, I got bags of money, and he's like talking about all his money. Why can't Eminem do something stupid like that? Why does he always gotta rub it in people's faces? It's like almost like he doesn't care for his fans, like, you know what I mean? And the fans, they love him, you know what I mean? So it just sucks. Like, I want to hear one Eminem fan tell me what he's done for them, not what he's done for the fucking rap game and who he put on and who he made it possible to rap. No, what has he done for you? Like, that's what I want to know, because I can talk for days about what other artists have done for me. What can you tell me Eminem's done? And I get so anal about Eminem, dude, because I'm white and I like rap, but he's our spokesperson. And I think he's doing a really shitty job. I really don't like that.
He's our emissary.
He's like, there's not a lot of good white rappers, dude. And right now there's like a lot of really famous ones I don't like either. Like Logic. Logic is a cool dude. I saw him on that Wing show, Hot Ones. I watch Hot Ones with Sean, whatever his name is, the dude that makes people eat hot wings. Logic was on there. Logic seems pretty smart. He could solve a Rubik's Cube in like 2 minutes, you know, and that's pretty cool. And then there's Lil White, and then there's MGK, and then there's that other guy. But like, there's really not a lot of white rappers, and I don't really appreciate white rap anyway. Like, I feel like it's not something we can take away from black folks. Just like we already took away rock music from black folks. We don't need to take anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's why
we took away jazz.
And we took away jazz. Yeah, that's a lot of cool stuff right now, man. I've been getting into jazz heavy, but like watching how like
I don't know, that whole like only one race can do this kind of music or only one race can do that kind of music. It's kind of fucking stupid to me,
isn't it? But
like, the whole notion of cultural appropriation is just really fucking stupid.
But there is cultural uniqueness.
If you look at the like history and like what happens like when cultures hang out with each other and live in a close proximity to each other, that they trade things.
Yeah, they mix.
Like,
yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to make music that has like a little piece of Puerto
together.
Rico, has a little piece of Africa, has a little piece of Russia. I want to make music that shows that I've been around. You know what I mean? I want to show what I've
but people
learned about
like,
people
that are talking, you know, yelling about cultural appropriation. They don't know that just screams like, I don't know how the fucking world works.
Oh, I guess I know
because
what you
that's
mean.
what happens. Like, it's gonna happen as long as you have different ethnicities in close proximity to each other.
I'm not saying black people invented rock. I didn't mean to say it like that. What I meant is, like, it seems to me like nowadays, like,
they invented jazz.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, it seems to me that like we're as a society, like, we've divided it like up into like what white people is to, what black people is to, what Mexican people is to, and it's not like that at all. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of people that listen to all kinds of stuff. Exactly. Yeah, and I try to tell people that, and I'm like, look, you guys feel like rock music was. I was hanging out with my friends that listen to Eminem and stuff and just rap, and they were talking about rap, and I was like, y'all act like you listen to all these music, but like the only thing you're talking about is rap and R&B and hip hop. But do you have anything else? Like, you know, I'm not trying to make fun of you for just being into rap, but like, it's almost like you guys think that we actually stole rock from you. You know what I mean? Or we stole this and that. And that's why you don't listen to it. You know what I mean? Because you think that's the white man's music. And I'm like, oh God, like white people have really built up this wall, you know, that we have to kind of tear down. And black people too. Like, it's not like racism is kind of not going in the right direction in this country. I feel like, you know, there's a lot of work to be done. That's what I want to do, is doing work on just kind of just forgetting that we're different. You know what I mean? You shouldn't get upset if I point something out that white people have or black people have. You know what I mean? Just as a fact.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's down to basic melanin in the skin. You know what I mean? My skin's just lighter than yours. Your skin's darker than mine. But you are the black man and I am the white man. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah,
I can't change these things. Like, you know, I want to move on. I want to like definitely mix cultures and music and stuff. And that's why I like Red Dead. Talk about culture. Red Dead has really brought in the American culture. I see a lot of what America used to be. There's music in all the different towns on the bandstands. There's little shanties, like in Assassin's Creed 4 you had shanties that the pirates would sing. On here they've got people that'll sing to you in the cart and stuff, and they'll sing songs, and they're goofy as hell, but they're so cool that you're able to witness something that happened, you know. And this is what the world looked like when it was still overgrown. There was no pavement anywhere, you know, and there was horses everywhere. Like this is something we need. More art like Red Dead Redemption, not just so we can blow people's heads off, but so we can see what life was like before freedom was turned into kind of like a debt cycle. You know what I mean? Like it's different with money involved, and that's what this game is about. Money doesn't really buy you a whole lot in this game. I mean, it does, but it's the whole story of Red Dead 1 and 2 is not just about Marston or the Outlaws. It's about civilization coming and taking away the Wild West, literally taking it away and paving order, just like, you know, Manifest Destiny. But that's what I get out of these games, is seeing like oh wow, this is what people had to do. They had to fish, you know what I mean? People still do that, but you're doing it in a concrete jungle. Like, it's completely different nowadays. Completely different. I didn't mean to get all that off my chest, but I get a lot from this story.
Yeah, it sounds great. I'm gonna have to play it one of these days.
This one or the last one, I mean, they're both essentially the same. It's just I like this one. I'm really starting to grow on Arthur. Like the whole time waiting for this game, I didn't think I was gonna like Arthur because he had blonde hair, and John Marston had black hair. I like John Marston's character. A lot of people like John Marston, but Arthur is such a badass, dude. He's almost more badass than Marston, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the way he acts and stuff, and you've got more of an ability to be a bad guy in this game, and it's a lot harder to be a good. It's not harder to be a good guy. Like I said, you can go around saying hi to people, and it'll make your honor go up. But still, like if I was bad, I would feel gross. Like, there's so many gross things you can do as an evil person. In the dialogue, oh my god, when he says shit. Like, I know he says hi and howdy all the time, like, hey there. Sounds really funny, but I can't imagine, like, the couple of mean things he said. I can't imagine if I was doing that all the time. Like, he would just be talking shit. Like, he's really mean.
So you can just walk by people and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you can he'll say it like something like, hey, you got a problem here, friend, and like they'll say something like, oh, them's fighting words, man, and then you got to choose right then to defuse it or not, or they're probably gonna throw a punch.
Oh, okay.
Probably. Man, I'm going for the 100% on this game because in GTA 5 I didn't like having to golf and having to do all these stupid assignments that just they weren't fun to me. You know what I mean? I don't like
the packages or
that was crazy. That was way too much, man. I started
there was like 99 of there was 100 of them.
Yeah, there was 60 of one. There was the missing Lenora thing. I already did the Epsilon challenge where you go as Michael and you go talk to the Epsilon Club and buy that stupid blue T-shirt. If you go all the way to the end of that mission, they give you like $2 million if you kill everybody at the end of it. So I got all the money and I invested. I made a shit ton of money, but then there's the UFOs, and then there's the waste or whatever, and then there's there's just too much hidden packages. Like that's way too much. I've never been a big fan of finding hundreds of hidden packages. I couldn't even do it in Assassin's Creed, and they've got that in like literally every one. Flags and bullshit. So this one, there's none of that. There's just a couple of strands of mission lines that are secret. You know what I mean? And the treasure hunting. Basically, the hard part for me is getting gold on all the missions in the story mode and finding all 200 something species of animals, all the birds, all the crocodiles, all the bears, everything. That's really all you have to do. Is like, you know, beat the shit out of the main quest. That's one thing. That's probably like 70% of the game right there. But then everything else is all just checklisting all the animals and killing them and all that stuff. So I'm excited to get the platinum on this game. I've been getting platinums on games that I like, but now I'm really excited to try and do it with this one. Like it looks possible.
Yeah.
It's within reach. So yeah, and then you can ask me anything you want about this game. I'll probably know it in the back of my head like I do Elder Scrolls. Man, that game was cool. That's what got me playing games was Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I didn't have online, and I didn't have any games I played online until that game came out, because I beat the game, and
Oblivion was fantastic. I loved Oblivion.
Yeah, but they had this bug where you couldn't solve you couldn't finish the quest to not become a vampire. I was a vampire, right? So I'd go outside and I'd get blown up because of the sun.
Yeah, I was too.
So but if you
I had like the same homeless person that I was feeding off of in the waterfront district of Cyrodiil.
That's trip. Dude, you can't if you're a vampire after the main quest is ended, you're stuck unless you get the DLC. So I bugged my mom. I was like, Mom, I've played this back and forth. I found out you can't use Bloodgrass. That's not from Oblivion. If it's from this world, it's not gonna work. All the Bloodgrass is in Oblivion. All the gates are shut because I shut the gates because Martin's made of stone. But my mom was like, all right, and she got me that my first DLC ever was
Oh, the Shivering Isles.
no was the Thieves Den with the little with the cattle. You get like the Shivering Isles is badass, dude. That is such a cool game. But
Oh yeah.
no, I'm talking about the Thieves Den. It's called Deep Scorn Hollow. It's this little like cave under, and it's an underwater cave with all the furnishings you need to live there, and a free person to feed off of, and more importantly, salts.
Huh.
Salts that you can consume that will kill your vampirism. So I was like, Mom, please, I can't keep playing this game as a vampire. And she got it for me, and that's when I started playing the Knights of the Nine and Shivering Isles
See,
and
the
all
thing
that
about
shit,
the
man.
vampirism was like you would just like find a vampire and fight with him, and then all of a sudden it'd be like you've contracted vampirism.
Yeah, it hits you and you got it.
When did you fucking bite me?
Yeah, Vampirus Sanguinaris.
Yeah.
You get the
At
bite.
least in Skyrim, it gave you a choice. Like
Did it? I don't even remember if it
you
did or
wanted to
not.
be, if you want to be a vampire lord or a werewolf or what have
Yeah.
you. The werewolf sucks in VR.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, looks kind of funny
I don't know how
um,
the vampire lord plays. But
on VR. Yeah, I just remember having the wings.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was cool looking, but I'm not big into not being human in video games. If I have a choice,
yeah,
I'd rather
the
just be human.
transformations kind of suck
Yeah,
in Skyrim.
yeah. I was really hoping to just be my player character as a vampire. Like, just I'm a vampire and I can move fast and I can blend in. I can go invisible in the dark or something. But like, I wasn't expecting to be like this crazy, ugly ass, helter skelter, Jeepers Creepers demon thing with wings. Like that thing's
Yeah.
scary looking, and it doesn't move like I want it to. Like it's big and it's just bulky. Like I don't know, it's whatever. I'm just bitching. That's a great game. I platinumed it, dude. It's a great game.
Fuck yeah.
Determination, dude. I did everything in Skyrim, man. Everything. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go smoke right now. I'll be right back. All right.
All right, man. I think I'm gonna take a shower real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm back. I'm looking for my keys. I can't go till I get my keys. But I thought I'd tell you, man, if you do get a fleshlight one day, make sure you pick a good one. Like, pick a winner. Because they're simple as hell. They're simple ones, but they're not worth it. I mean, they are worth it. They do what they're supposed to, but man, it is such an amazing experience to get one of those fucking custom ones, man. And they're only like 30 bucks, I would say. I said 60 bucks, but they're really 30 bucks without the damn plastic cover on them. Like 30 or 40 bucks to get one.
What is it?
A fleshlight.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll be right back, man. I gotta take a shower. Like, I had to call in sick from work yesterday because I have these fucking red
Yeah, with those
bumps all
itchy.
over me,
Yeah.
man.
Damn. Yeah, get on that, man.
Well, I'm got a doctor's appointment to find out what the fuck this is this morning. I'm
Gross.
like driving myself crazy over here. I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's not eczema, right?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, later, man.
Check on it and take a shower.
Put your hands higher and push! Come on, show me something. You better not drop it. You better not. Come on, you pair of cream pies. Do you want this rally to happen or not? Why does this always happen to me?
Well, shit. Guess they got what was coming.
Corruption personified. I will let you down.
At least try hitting me. Wait a second.
There been a problem?
Can you give me a ride to town?
Come on.
Heck, ain't even worth it. Okay, my girl. Giddy up. Hey! This is a big mistake.
Don't you take that from him?
This was your doing, wasn't it?
No, nothing to do with me.
Guess I ought to learn something.
Two fucking witnesses right here.
Got you now.
Please, someone help!
You gonna... Up now!
That's so hard. Money lending and other sins, blah blah blah.
we go. It's okay, girl. Just a scratch. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Bastard. You good, girl? Buddy?
Howdy, partner.
Yeah!
mystery box? I will owe you my whole life, no lie. But let me buy you something from the store.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Haven't conquered evil the way I have? It's at least a humble man.
What can I do for you?
The guy with the snake bite says I can put something here on his tab.
That fool? Jesus. If it's not one thing, it's another with him. But he pays his owe, so who am I to argue? Let me know what you choose. I'll add it to his list. I'll let him know. You're paying next time, though.
Shut up, it was 250. Ooh. I'm gonna go fishing with this.
Pick something up on your tab. Thanks again. Look to you.
Thank you. I gotta customize my gun before I go fix this dude's ass.
Hey, you still there, homie?
You know I'm still there, dog.
Yeah.
I've been there and back all the way. We're in a new nebula now. Where you been?
Sorry about that. This shit is driving me fucking crazy. I've been taking a shower like every
Oh man.
few hours.
Is it like producing, like you're rubbing anything off, like flakes or nothing?
No,
It just
it's
kinda
weird.
itches?
They're like blisters,
Oh, ouch.
and they don't hurt like they itch a little bit, but they don't hurt or anything. It's just I don't know, like the feeling that there might be something in my skin. It just drives me fucking crazy.
Where's it at? On your armpits?
Like on my arms, on my stomach, on my chest, but none on my legs. Like nothing below the belt.
Gonna buy something, right?
It's weird. It just stops. I don't know. I'm just ready to figure out what the fuck this is.
Yeah, I feel you. You ready to go to the doctor, huh? Why haven't you gone?
No, well, they were all booked up and shit yesterday. So I was like, well, fuck. I guess since I don't know what this shit is, I'm gonna call in. You know, like he can write me an excusal. 'Cause,
You said they don't itch?
no, they don't itch. They itch a little bit, but I don't know. It's just weird. I've been looking up all kinds of fucking skin disorders all night, trying to see anything that looks like mine.
Which one does it look like?
It looks like I could either have an allergic reaction. That's one thing it could be, or it could be I don't know. There was like 3 or 4 things that it could be. I don't know. I'll find out today.
My bad. That's some crazy.
That's all good. It's just like one of those things. Like I hate that feeling, like that there could be like something in my skin. You know, like it literally makes my skin crawl.
Looks like
Yeah,
you're
I
taking
feel you.
care of
Mine
that
too.
weapon. Good to see.
Oh man, what the fuck? Man, this game is difficult. It's
Town seems to be well
it's
taken
called
care of.
Prey Moon
If you're
Crash.
serious about your shooting, you'll want to add sights to your gun.
This game doesn't fuck around.
Right.
Okay, though, I'm gonna upgrade my shit.
Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
Guts.
Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your own.
That will do it.
Got some nice parts for that gun, you know.
No, it's like you go through this. It's like you're playing a simulation of like what happened on this moon base like a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you go through and like if you get killed, like you get points and shit for like different stuff you find, aliens you kill, all different kinds of stuff. Like how you know, completing different objectives, but you're timed like. There's like, but you get a lot of time like to find a way out and do your mission or whatever. But like, you unlock new characters like as you're going for doing different stuff, completing different missions. And
Yeah, yeah.
then you'll unlock a new character, and that character can access other parts of the moon base that you haven't been yet.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. Like, even when you die, you're not like totally screwed. Like you've earned points that go towards like powering up your character and buying more shit.
Something, right?
That's pretty neat. It ain't nothing.
Like my last run, I made like 40,000 points, and so I just spent like half of that powering up this dude's next ability, so he can just like look at an alien and it explodes.
Gross.
This is a really fucking cool game, dude. I would recommend Prey to anybody.
Yeah,
Prey is a badass
For sure.
game.
I'll remember that.
Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
Alright, that's annoying. I'm in a town that I'm not normally in. This dude's bitching at me because I'm customizing my gun. Imagine being in the GTA 5.
To people customizing their guns around.
He's like, you're taking all day. What are you doing? In his little accent or whatever, he's like, y'all aren't gonna take all day, will you? I'm like, knee deep in like what I'm doing, and I'm like, what? Fuck you, I'm not to spend money. He's like, are you going to buy something? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you die, like and there's this certain kind of alien around, it'll turn your dead body into an alien that's like 5 times stronger than your average alien.
Well, if
So
that gun ain't shining,
you gotta watch out for that
glad you
shit.
take care of what's yours.
That's what happened to me earlier.
Yeah. You gotta be careful.
So the next time you play through, you gotta fight your dead alien self from the last game.
That's a wise investment.
Alright.
You're gonna buy something, right?
Shut up. You're gonna buy something, right? Come on, dude. The guy in GTA is cool. He's like, oh, that's gonna look badass. You need your
Yeah.
receipts. You know, he's like acting like a chum. This guy's a dork. Some of the guys are cool, but I think it's just this town I'm in. It's the shitty town. Fucking
Shit
asshole.
town.
This dude's an asshole. When you get to this game, when you finally catch up to everybody that's playing it, I'm in Rhodes at the gun store. The only gun store in Rhodes. R-H-O-D-E-S. It's a little town. It's a little town, too. So you'll know when you meet this asshole. This dude sucks. You can blow his head off for me. You can record it. Send it to me. Ugh. No, you don't gotta do that. Because I'm about to do it right now.
You're gonna buy something, right?
You're gonna buy something, right?
All right.
Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
Shut the fuck up. Dude, that is really annoying. I kind of do want to save it and blow his head off. And rob him or something. Like, it's
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous. Rockstar said you wouldn't hear the same dialogue over and over again. That's what he keeps saying, the same shit.
You're gonna buy something, right?
Yeah, my friend, he let me borrow the, it's like the Duke Nukem collection, like remastered. It's got like all the Duke Nukem games on it.
Listen, you won't
He's a
take all
duke,
day,
but he's also a dick. Dick Dukem.
Did you ever play any of those?
Dude, I played the shit out of those. Have you ever seen that video with the guy that's like pretending to be Morgan Freeman's voice and he's like, Dick Dukem. I'm gonna duke him. Like, you haven't seen that video's funny, man.
Dick Duke, I'm gonna
Let me
Duke
see- yeah, look, I think that's what it is. Let's look up Dick Dukem. I'll look that up. It's gotta be just Dick Dukem, because it's Duke Nukem, and he's like, so
Duke Dickum.
so he's a duke, and he's like Morgan Freeman. It's like, let me see, Morgan. It's Morgan Freeman's voice. My friend showed me. That's why I don't know what it is. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, there's like
smell
a
you.
gamer that he can, he's
Dude.
like a Let's Player that he can do Morgan Freeman's voice like perfectly. And he fucks with people while he's playing.
I'm pretty sure that first one's it. Yeah, it says Morgan Freeman recording some Duke Nukem material. Yeah, I think that's it. It's only 2 minutes long. That's got to be it. He's like, I'm a
listen,
duke.
you won't take all
He's a
day.
duke, but he's also a dick. And the guy in the background's like, no, Duke Nukem. He's like, Duke Dickum. In Morgan Freeman's voice. Oh man, just remembering it now is funny. Oh my god. Fuck you, gun store, man. I don't want to buy nothing if you're gonna be like that. Why you gotta be like that? Man. Come on. The gun customization is really cool, but this dude's kind of a cock block. Kind of takes the whole experience down a notch.
Oh,
Nah.
you talking about the shopkeep dude?
The shopkeep dude, yeah. He's really ugly too. He's got this weird connecting mustache. He's really pale. It's like he stands in here all day when there's this beautiful game out there to be played. That's probably why he's getting mad at me. Because I've been in here for longer than a minute.
Yeah. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot to get hype about back then. I mean,
Yeah. So fuck you, shopkeeper. With your wood, your guns. Fuck you. That's awesome.
Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
Maybe I will. I've got other guns I can customize, and I'm just on one gun. Fuck you.
That gun seems to be well taken care of.
I bought 2 of the same gun because you can have 2 holsters.
Well, if that gun ain't shining,
I'm getting that
I can
now.
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of what's yours.
Yeah.
can you dual wield?
Yeah, yeah, you can do it. You just gotta buy another holster. It's called the offhand holster, and it'll like appear in front of your crotch, and you like store whatever gun you're storing in there. Like you can store a sawed-off shotgun in your offhand holster because you're gonna pull it out with one hand and pull out the
It'd
pistol
be
in the
cool
other
if you
hand.
could have like a. Have you ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
Oh yeah, dude, George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino.
Like the fucking if you could have the dick gun.
the
that
dick gun.
one
what is
dude
that?
has.
Does he have a dick gun? Oh yeah, like he.
Yeah.
It's like a stake.
No, it's like a little fucking revolver. Like the balls are like two fucking revolver cylinders, and there's like a little gun. Like
Oh yeah.
he only has it like in the first part of the movie. Like he's the
I remember now.
the
Yeah.
dude that's in all the leather and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Pussy
the freak
lovers!
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Listen, you
That's a classic movie. I've seen that movie a bunch of times. So I was like, dick gun, like, and I'm thinking like dildo on like a stick, you know, like an actual like a jackhammer. Not dildo on a stick, but like
No,
dildo on a jackhammer, like with a trigger.
literally.
And I'm like, when was that? I don't remember that
Literally a
part.
dick gun.
I was trying to make that happen in the movie. I was like, dick gun, but I remember, yeah, his little like that tiny ass gun that like appears on his belt buckle or like right over his crotch.
Yeah, it's like a
Bang.
fucking little like revolver
Motherfucker.
with two little cylinders next to it.
Get shot by that, and you're like, I got. I got. You got me. Wasn't expecting that.
That'll help, I'm sure.
Because he had like the vampire stripper was trying to attack him while she was giving him a lap dance, and he just
Yep.
like whipped out the dick gun and blasted her off of him. That was a great movie.
You'll appreciate the improvement. Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
Man, I can't repair this shit.
The Puma looks cool, but like knowing the Puma logo from like stores like Ross and stuff makes it seem cheap in this game. But the Puma, it's definitely.
What is it?
You can get different engravings on your gun, and one of them's a Puma, and it looks just like the Puma from like the brand of Puma. It's kind of.
Oh, really?
It looks really good. Like it's inlaid, and there's like a lot of detail on it, but still it's the same shape. Kind of reminds me of the Puma logo. And,
They
like,
probably got some money from the Puma people for this.
I mean, it's got teeth and everything. The Puma logo doesn't have, you know, like actual teeth. Like I can see like not the ear and like all the fur and stuff, but like the shape of it and on the gun, the handle of your gun, like. Would you want a Puma logo on your gun? Like, kind of seems like a sock brand, you know, or an underwear brand, and it's on like your gun handle. Like, I want it, but I'm like, nah. It's kind of cheap.
Listen, you won't take all
This
day.
is my outlaw gun.
Fuck, man.
What happened?
This game is just there's strategic shit to ambush you everywhere. Like there's these alien pod things that they spit out these little like mite things that blow up when they get close to you. And they're like my #1 pain in the ass in this game.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Alright, dude.
That gun seems to be well taken care of.
That gun ain't shining. Glad you take care of what's yours. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. You're gonna buy something, right?
Dope.
Man, I want to go back and play Grand Theft Auto 4 again, I think.
Dude.
Glad you take care of
Cousin! It is your cousin! Let us go
Hey,
bowling!
you want to go bowling?
I'm sorry, Nico, or I'm sorry, Roman, I can't right now. I'm busy. You're always fucking busy!
always fucking bugging the shit out of you. Cousin!
Dude, that determined how they handled the game. Like he barely held shit together, Roman. He was like always freaking out, and then Jacob like would smoke out the car if you put it on Tough Gong radio. If you put it on Tough Gong radio in the car and bust out the window, so smoke it out.
Oh, okay.
When you do go play, make sure to do that when you pick up little Jacob. Get up, stand up, jump, rock, rock, rock. Stand up for your right.
No
stand
idea.
up
Like,
for your
it's
right.
like a little
Yeah, dude.
Easter egg.
Get down with some Concrete Jungle is in that song, is in that game. They play Come On We're Jamming, and I hope you
Bob
like
Marley?
jamming too. They got that song in there. Yeah, Stephen Marley too is in that game. Yeah, put it on Tough Gong and vibe out to some little. When you go unlock little Jacob, make sure you go on that quest. If you ever have to pick him up, yeah, put on Tough Gong. Tough Gong Radio.
Okay.
And he'll smoke out the car. That's kind of like a favor for a friend. I'd do it. If I knew that, if I knew that was gonna happen in real life, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And this time I'm not going to use any cheat codes. I'm going to play the game the right way.
Oh, you never did? Oh man, that's a fun game.
No, I mean, like, I was always using the cheat codes. Like, I beat Grand Theft Auto 4 after it came out, but I used all the cheat codes.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, so, like,
Listen, you won't
since you're timed, like, okay, there's 5 stages of corruption. And, like, the bar goes up and it's like corruption level 2, corruption level 3, and, like, each level that it goes up on this game, like, the stronger shit you run into.
Oh, okay.
Like, So yeah, like the longer, the closer it gets to the deadline, like the more badass shit that it throws at you
Gotcha.
until it's just fucking ridiculous.
You're gonna buy something, right?
Man, I just spent a lot of money on nothing. Pretty much.
Well,
In
if
real
that
life or
don't
Red
shine,
Dead?
In Red Dead.
glad you take care of what's yours. I can rifle the barrel for
Well, I
you.
didn't spend a lot of money. It's cheap shit that I'm buying, like $1 here, 50 cents there, but that's a lot of money if you don't got money. I got money in this game already. I explored,
Yeah.
so I'm not really worried about it.
Grocery shopping simulator.
Finally,
Yeah,
yeah. now
that's just another $1. Ah, that's just another 50 cents. It's like you can check out. It's like $600.
yeah. No, over time, when you run out of ammo and goods, yeah, you gotta go back to the store. And you gotta eat in this game, too.
Listen, we won't take all day, will you? You'll notice the difference.
What kind of wood would be, like, really lightweight, I wonder? That'd be maple, or that'd be really heavy?
I think maple's light. Oak would be a heavier wood. Oak, or I guess cedar would be light.
I know mahogany's really heavy, right?
Yeah, mahogany's heavy as hell.
Mahogany. Mahogany. You got me saying Mr. Derp at work, dude. Like I was trying to tell my friend. It's Mr. Derp.
Nobody can resist my wacky hijinks.
Holy crap.
Listen, we won't take all day, will you?
I'll take as long as I want, man.
It's like one of those forgotten characters of South Park. It's Mr. Derp. He was in literally one fucking episode, and that was it. Alright.
That gun seems to be well taken care of. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Interested in a stock? Could put some carbons on it too.
Oh, nice. I just got a new. I didn't know you could get a medium scope for the 22 in this game. A little 22 rifle. Cool. That thing is useful in hunting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta hunt the little things with that. You can't really just light them up. Like in Red Dead 1, if you go play Red Dead, the first Red Dead, you could shoot rabbits with a pistol. It don't matter. Like in this game, it matters. Hella bad.
Don't know if you like blow them up, it
You can do
ruins
that.
the skin or something.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. I've seen a guy blow himself up with dynamite because I scared him with my pistol shot. I didn't mean to shoot my pistol, and my pistol went off, and he dropped the dynamite and killed himself and his friend. And his friend got his leg and his arm blown off, and I was looking at it like just standing there. And this was yesterday when Solid was talking. I was like, "Oh my god, that was crazy." It was nuts, dude. Like I didn't mean to see it. I didn't need to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I've heard some other people playing the game that kind of felt the same way. Some shit happens and then it just goes down, and before it's too late, you're like, "Oh God, I'm sorry. Something happened and I hurt somebody. Didn't mean to." It's brutal. It's brutal. You watched Metalocalypse, right?
Oh, yeah, I love Metalocalypse.
Yeah, dude. I'm a big metalhead, so yeah, I like Metalocalypse. That's awesome.
I wish they would have actually, like, finished the show.
Yeah, they kind of hurried him with a
Ended it
gun to
on
his head.
Super cliffhanger, and just, like, never brought it back again. See, this is the problem I have with Adult Swim. Like, they'll let shows like Metalocalypse just fade into obscurity and just like cancel them out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
then they'll greenlight some of the most retarded shit I've ever seen in my fucking.
In your whole life, yeah. Besides, have you ever seen Assy McGee, where he's like, bleh, bleh, bleh.
That was the worst. That was one of the worst shows I've ever seen on there.
Yeah,
Was Assy McGee.
my mom likes Assy McGee, so shut up. But yeah, like I didn't like the show
I
itself
didn't like
just
Assy
be
McGee.
it just
Like,
be the guy complaining at him and then them yelling at him. I didn't like the show itself, but I like the impersonation of Sylvester Stallone, which is also half-hearted. I agree.
Yeah.
Metalocalypse was thought out, and it was a tribute to one of my favorite, is the best genre almost ever, if you want to get that suicidal about it. I love music, but metal introduced me to everything, so, like, Metalocalypse
Yeah.
is a big-ass tribute to that, yeah. Oh yeah, dude, in all their episodes, they'll be talking about metal bands, like Fin Trolls is, like, the first episode they go to the grocery store, it's called Fin Trolls Grocery or whatever, that's a band, Fin Troll.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Dimmu Burger, they go to Dimmu Burger, that's a metal band, Dimmu Borgir.
Demi Borger.
Yeah. They go eat burgers there. I think they work there or something, you know. And then Crystal Mountain Records, when they do the flashback to, I think it's at the end of the first season, they do this flashback to when they were young and getting the record signed. That's called Crystal Mountain Records. Crystal Mountain's like what's a badass song by Death off of their Symbolic album. If you haven't heard that album, dude, front to back, that fucking album, like that's a fucking remarkable fucking metal album. It's called Symbolic. And this is after Chuck, who's a prominent figure in metal. If you know any metalheads, they know Chuck Schuldiner, and the band Death was the start of death metal in 1986, 1987 era. Like, with this other band, Possessed, was also, like, at the same time releasing their stuff, but also the guitarist went on to make Primus. You know Larry Lurr from Primus? I don't know if you listen to Primus.
I like Primus. Les Claypool's probably one of the most talented bass guitar players that's ever existed.
Yeah, I remember tripping one of the first times I ever rolled. I rolled on the beach in Galveston, and just ran around. It was right after some hurricane. I was younger though. This was like when I was in high school, and I remember listening to all of the album Pork Soda and just running around on the beach and listening to all kinds of music. But like I remember listening to Pork Soda that night and Sailing the Seas of Cheese. Primus is great, but their guitarist used to be in the first like a pioneering death metal band, Possessed. Larry Lurr.
Oh yeah.
Larry Lalonde, Larry Lurr, the Lurr. He talks about Lurr in his music. And they're still playing too. But Possessed and Death. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was talking about Death. Yeah.
Les Claypool actually auditioned for Metallica whenever they were looking for a bassist at one time, and they told him he was too good.
Oh yeah, because he's probably like up there like doing the have you ever heard Lockerhead? Lockerhead knows but one desire. Lockerhead set your skull on fire. And he's got this breakdown where he's like he's probably doing like crazy stuff like that. Like, you know, Les Claypool, yeah, he's a genius when it comes to funking down, like getting down and funking it up. Like he starts mosh pits with his bass
That's how I
guitar.
describe it. It's like funk.
It's great, yeah.
He has a very funky sound to him.
Yeah, but it's weird too. You got to be a real weird person to get into some Primus. Primus is fucking awesome, dude. I love Primus.
Yeah, Primus has got some fantastic songs. It's got some really fucking weird shit too.
Really weird shit, yeah. But like I was saying, Possessed was the band that Lurr was in, the guitarist for Primus, but also and it's cool to go back and listen to Possessed, the album Seven Churches, and like hearing like what people were listening to, like the first death metal bands, and like what they were playing and what was badass. And Death like goes from their first few albums, they changed their sound. It was unbelievable. Like if you go real far back, Primus has different drummers and they sound different in those eras. Like on the Brown album, they made all their recording equipment like really crappy, and they put socks all over their mics and stuff, and to make like a really crappy sound, like a muffled sound. And that's how they made, you know, the songs like Shake Hands with Beef and Golden Boy, and that's a fun album, dude. Brown album is great. That drummer's name is Brian Mantia. He goes by Brain Mantia, and Brain played with Buckethead, and he's got these really cool drumming instructional videos on the internet. Like he's got one called Shredding Repus on the Nar Nar Rad.
I saw Buckethead one time.
You've seen Buckethead?
At Rob Zombie
Cool.
at Rob Zombie concert.
What'd you think? I've never seen him. He's come to town a bunch, but recently he's come down with his heart
He's
condition.
fantastic,
so
man.
I don't know if he's gonna keep doing that, but like he finally released an audio recording of him talking. And I was like, what? This is Buckethead.
really?
And and I've got it on my phone. It's like an hour long, like this giant interview with Buckethead. with some radio dude, and like they're talking about his new heart condition, how it's really hard for him to move and walk. But he just went on tour right after releasing that
Oh,
interview.
shit.
He went on tour, like, and he came to town. He went to the Palladium, and I didn't go. I was there in town that night, but I didn't go. But I was going through some stuff with my roommate. Man, if he came back, I'd go see him. But Buckethead's awesome. Buckethead's a real main influence for me too. Like, he's got the fast music. He uses a drum machine so he can get the notes he wants and stuff. Like, man, Buckethead's a badass. Like, I really like his music
Yeah.
and his output. You know, there's not a lot of artists out there that put that much music out.
Very talented.
Yeah, he what do they call it? He co-writes, he co-operates. You know, he musicians down.
Oh,
He
yeah.
jams with other artists. You know, they contribute to each other's stuff, and yeah, Buckethead's put out a lot of music. 40
He's
something
sort of
studio
like a
albums.
gun for hire.
Yeah, that too. He's been in Guns N' Roses. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're right about that.
Like he's just,
You're gonna buy something.
yeah, like I don't know. Just one of those people that's so talented he can just kind of bounce around anywhere he wants to go.
If I could name some really cool albums by him, I would say Kaleidoscope and the Cuckoo Clocks of Doom are some of the coolest fucking albums you'll hear. Those are the metalist albums. But then there's Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle's cool. And also Buckethead Land 2 is remarkable. What a fucking awesome album. Like, most of those tracks are skits and sketches, but in between there's some really cool songs. Like, it's a trip. I remember hearing that one of the first times I ever smoked herbs. Man, that was a real trip, man. Buckethead's a crazy cool person. At least I hope he is. I hope he's not some crazy murderer. You know, 'cause his music is crazy. Nothing like that, man.
Yeah, I haven't listened to a lot of his albums. I need
You're
to
gonna buy
though.
something,
Dude,
right?
Kaleidoscope's weird. There's like a part where it has, like in the very beginning, like in one of the first couple of songs, but I would say go to Kaleidoscope. That one's fucking great, dude, and it's metal. Like, if you like metal, that one's got the metal there, like all the way through, but there are a couple songs that you might want to skip a couple seconds. Like, it's just gonna die, and the note's just gonna be like, like it's really cool. I remember that part was really like awkward, and then the next song starts. Yeah, dude, that, and he's also in this band with this guy named Travis Dickerson. If you go to tdrs.com, Travis Dickerson Recording Studio, tdrs.com, like I ordered a couple CDs of his side project band Thanatopsis. They're pretty cool, and they've got, I guess, Travis playing the organs, and then they've got this other guy Pinchface that plays drums. And they've just got other drummers. Oh, we were talking about Brian Manny, Brain from Primus. He's worked with Buckethead before, and that breakbeat sound is totally different from Primus's other famous music, if you notice. Brown Album sounds different than their famous stuff. Yeah, Sailing Seas of Cheese and Pork Soda, that was all Tim Alexander. And Tim Alexander has like this really technical style. He likes to ride on the ride and like do a lot of double bass stuff. Brian Mania, the one that plays a Buckethead and stuff, like, he's real, like, got this kind of almost hip hop like vibe with his drums, like, and especially like on Shake Hands with Beef, it's like bump bump ba bump ba bump cha bump 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 ba jump ba da da dump cha tick bump ba jump ba da da bump cha dum bump 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 ba dump. It's real funky, but that Tim Alexander stuff is real technical. Like the Jerry was a race car driver, that's all a different drummer, and Primus's sound morphs to that. Like we were talking about earlier, like you know, I don't know, like morphing, like changing the sound with influence. Like, dude, those two drummers changed the music, and it was really cool to hear like what those albums sounded like, you know. And I'm not saying Primus is the best band ever.
Primus put out a wide variety of different kinds of sounding stuff, though. I mean, there's no quintessential like sound of Primus. Like, they're just all over the fucking place.
For sure, man. The quintessential.
Quintessential.
Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Weapon's only as good as its stock. Got some fine ones cut just for it.
Excuse me.
You'll notice the difference.
Oh my goodness. I want to unlock the bolt action rifle. I wonder if this guy's got that. I bet you I could buy it. That gun's cool.
Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Hey, you know that gun could use a few choice parts. Really make us sing.
Oh, you can put the wrap. Oh, cool. Oh,
What is it?
man. You can customize a little bit, like it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5's customize on the guns. Like you can see little tiny things that you can add on there that improve the 5 or 6 bars or 5 bars of damage and accuracy and range and shit. But you can wrap your items because they degrade.
Huh.
And I found out you can't really do that with the pistol. You can't put like a little leather wrap on there. That's pretty much the holster. You know, you take it out the holster and you use it. But the rifles, you can put them on the stock and on the barrel. You can wrap it with some leather and change the color of the leather. Well, I just found out you can put a little tiny piece of wrapping around the sawed-off shotty, which kind of looks awkward, but it looks like it's in a holster because
okay.
the way it's wrapped around the barrel. That's, you know, the sawed-off shotty's got like no barrel anyway, so it's got like a little tiny piece of leather right there. I'm about to change the color of it. It's cool. Bet real money.
You're gonna buy something, right? Listen, you won't take all day, will you? You're gonna buy something, right?
Damn. Alright, we're good. We're good. Right?
That gun seems to be well taken care of.
Fuck.
What happened? Talk to me about
I
it.
got killed.
Man, damn.
Well, if that gun ain't shot,
Alright, though, I can.
glad you take care of what's yours.
I got some good
Got
stuff.
some nice parts for that gun, you know. That's a wise investment. You'll appreciate the improvement. Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your own. Listen, you won't take all day, will you?
I think I'm gonna play some Skyrim.
Alright, buddy. Thanks for hollering at me, man. I just wanted to smoke and chill with somebody. It's kind of weird when you smoke alone.
Yeah, no problem, man. Give me a holler if you want to play some Friday the 13th or something.
I was gonna say the same to you, man. I'm down. I'm really not. I'm just sitting here customizing my weapons. I don't really want. I'm kind of like. You ever get a piece of like steak and like you don't want to eat it? I used to do that when I was real little. Like I didn't want to eat the middle of the sandwich. I'd like save it for last. Like I'm trying to like savor everything in this game. It's kind of hard. So like I'm down if you want to play right now. Like it's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Definitely. Let me fire it up.
All right, let me go fire up some more too. I gotta, there's gotta be other people playing that game.
That gun seems to be well taken care of. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Hey, you know that gun could use a few choice parts. Really make us sing. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours.
Okay, now let me see.
That's weird. Kind of like bumped me out of the party there.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.